This is Channel 2 News, coverage you can count on.
Our false alarm calls have down to a little over 400 a month on average, and only 70% of them on average are false.
But it's not the amount of calls that's the problem, it's the amount of fines being paid by citizens. We'll break it all down for you on our Channel 2 News Big Story at 5:30. You know, alarms are meant to give you a sense of security and, of course, peace of mind. But what about the headache of dealing with fines all because of false alarms? And they do happen. Sure. Sometimes frequently. Good evening. I'm Kristen Remington.
I'm Wendy DeMonte. Thanks for joining us tonight. In fact, law enforcement responds to hundreds of calls, they say, every month. And many of them, in fact, a small percentage, turn out to be real intrusions. So a small percentage, not many. Amanda Ketchledge is live in the studio with both sides of this story. Amanda?
Well, we asked many of you on Facebook if you've ever been billed for a false alarm call, and Julie Eideker on Facebook said, oh, seems not to be working, but Julie Eideker said, yes, I currently have 2 that refuse to pay, and Dawn Marie Needon-Reep said, we haven't been charged the fee of the false alarm, but hopefully our alarm company does its job by not contacting police before they contact us. And Deputy Chief Robinson with the Reno Police Department says false alarms cost the city, taxpayers, and law enforcement time and money.
We're asking for homeowners who have an alarm to let us know immediately when they know it's a false alarm, because that solves so many of the issues that we're faced with. We don't have to rush to send someone out.
And this is actually how the process works. When an alarm is activated in your home, the alarm company then calls 2 separate numbers. But if you happen not to answer those numbers, they do dispatch police to your home. But if the false alarm isn't caught by the time it reaches this point, even if you call the alarm company before the police get to your home, you still will be fined. And if it turns out to be a false alarm in Reno, the fine is $75 every time. In Washoe County, it's $100 for your first offense, and that number goes up $25 every time.
We evaluate each of the cases on an individual basis.
And you can fight the fine by calling the Reno Police Department or the Sheriff's Office, but it will cost you $25 to fight it. And in the next City Council meeting on the 28th, the city will be talking about the ordinance and whether to keep this method and how to handle these false alarm fines. Covering the big story, Amanda Ketchledge, Channel 2 News.